Up to $17 billion is set to come Illinois' way with a federal infrastructure law now in place. Amanda Vinicky begins our coverage with a breakdown of what that means for the region. Amanda.
Harris, it has been a while since the U.S. has invested in its infrastructure in a comprehensive fashion. Shovel-ready projects were funded during President Barack Obama's first term, but it wasn't as large as this is. And while President Donald Trump said he wanted to pass an infrastructure package, that never happened. But after a whole lot of negotiating, and now today with the stroke of a pen, money will soon be flowing toward roads, the electric grid, water systems, having lead pipes removed. In the intervening period, the United States came to rank 13th in quality of overall infrastructure, according to the World Economic Forum.
Well, that's about to change. Things are going to turn around in a big way. For example, because of this law, next year will be the first year in 20 years American infrastructure investment will grow faster than China's. We'll once again have the best roads, bridges, ports, and airports.
Head of the American Council of Engineering Companies of Illinois, Kevin Artle, calls it a generational investment.
We know in Illinois, we've got projects that we need to fix right now, right? We see potholes on roads and we've got repairs to make on our expressways and such, but much larger than that, this makes investments in projects that we don't even see yet. I mean, it sets us up for projects like repairing the 270 corridor in Madison, or repairing the Eisenhower Expressway, redoing the Blue Line at the CTA, reconfiguring Lakeshore Drive. And those are projects that are still in the design phase. So when we talk about generational investments, those are projects that are going to be in design for years and then construction for years. So it's really a long-term investment in preparing our region's infrastructure for the challenges of the future.
Well, if you drive around at all, though, you'll notice there's already a lot of construction going on, and that is in part due to Illinois' own bipartisan $45 billion infrastructure plan, Rebuild Illinois, passed in 2019 and paid through in part through a higher tax on gasoline. Chicago, DuPage, Will counties likewise have passed their own smaller infrastructure plans.
Rebuild Illinois put us on a position to repair our infrastructure. I think what happens now with the national bill and the funding coming from that puts us in a position to expand our corridors and modernize our infrastructure. And that is exactly the 1-2 punch that our state needed.
Now, where exactly is all of this money going to go? The feds parse that out some, allocating really blocks of money for certain types of needs. Of the $1.25 trillion the feds will be spending on infrastructure, Illinois is set to receive about $17 billion, with $9.8 billion going toward federal highway projects, $1.4 billion for bridge replacement and repairs. The state has more than 2,000 bridges that have been graded as poor condition. $4 billion going toward public transportation throughout Illinois, $1.7 billion for drinking water and water infrastructure, and then there's still more for things like climate change, broadband internet access, and airport improvements.
We have a really big opportunity to make investments in our region that we haven't been able to before. We know that our system needs maintenance, modernization. We are the hub of freight movements for the country here, and there are some really huge investments that this bill will allow us to make here in Northeastern Illinois.
And now, how exactly is it decided where exactly that money is going to be spent? Well, each year the Illinois Department of Transportation, that is, updates its 5-year plan, and then it's up to IDOT how to spend the bulk of the money. Director of the Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, Aaron Alleman, says priority projects include bridges over I-80, that Eisenhower Expressway corridor, also a public-private partnership to untangle freight and passenger rail. Also, part of the infrastructure law, a focus on making public transit stations accessible.
There's a specific program that Senator Duckworth sponsored that got incorporated into this. You know, when you think about how accessible our transit system is here in the city of Chicago, there are many stations that you just don't have elevators, right, that only have stairs. And so thinking about how we create a more inclusive and thriving region, you know, that's one of the ways that we can get people to jobs and economic opportunity. And there is funding for that here.
$17 billion slated for Illinois, but the state could actually grab more. The feds have money set aside for needs that governments can compete to win. And the Council of Engineers, Ardle, says Illinois is best positioned to bring that home, both because of the state's needs, also because that rebuild program means that there's money in the bank intended for infrastructure purposes. So Illinois should have the money to be able to put up matching funds when that's required by the feds. Still, he warns, as does CMAP Solomon, that all of that money, not quite enough to take care of all of Illinois' backlog of needs. By the way, before signing the bill, President Joe Biden thanked all of the mayors and governors, bipartisan, he says, who'd lobbied to help to get that passed. And in the audience for that, among them, well, Chicago's own Mayor Lightfoot and Illinois' Governor J.B. Pritzker. Paris, back to you.